Ladies and gentlemen, the final award for the evening is IMA JRD Tata Corporate Leadership Award 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch the introductory video on the winner of this award while the citation is being read by me. One of India's finest bankers and an institution builder, he has created a uniquely conservative yet modern bank. Under his forward-looking leadership, HDFC Bank has developed into a world-class Indian bank and has been recognized as India's most valuable brand for 5 consecutive years. Under his leadership, the bank has been named as one of the top 5 companies to have shaped Asia by Forbes. An astute CEO, he has made list of Barron's top 30 CEOs of the world for 4 consecutive years. He has not only achieved fast growth of the bank, but he has also ensured that the growth is of a high quality. Non-performing assets are rare at the bank, though nearly 1/3 of its loans are for projects. A transformative leader, he has kept up with the technological and market changes, and he has digitized most of the bank's business. He has introduced the use of bots to perform the repetitive functions to increase the speed of service delivery at lower costs. He is also using technology to reach out to the rural population, and all the HDFC Bank products are available in 11 languages on feature phones. A global business leader, he was the CEO of Citibank Malaysia before taking charge of HDFC Bank. He spent nearly 20 years with Citibank NA and worked in many countries including India, China, Korea, Saudi Arabia, and Greece. He also served as the country head institutional banking for India, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Bangladesh. He has won many accolades for his leadership. In 2006, he won the Asian Banker Leadership Achievement Award and has been rated as India's top banker by the media on many occasions. All India Management Association is pleased to confer the IMA JRD Tata Corporate Leadership Award on Mr. Aditya Puri, Managing Director, HDFC Bank. May I invite Mr. Puri to please join us on stage? Congratulations, Mr. Puri. May I request you to share your thoughts with the audience?
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I humbly accept this award and would like to take this opportunity to thank the members of the jury, my friend Nandan, our customers, well-wishers, and most of all my family, especially my wife for bearing up with me. I've been asked to speak for about 10 minutes. I think I'll make it shorter than that, but I'll do it in 3 parts: where we think India is going, how innovation will disrupt what is happening, restricted to the financial sector, which I know best, and lastly, how important it is to give back to society, because with democracy and globalization, large sections of the population have been left out of the benefit. So despite all the gloom and doom, India is growing at between 7 to 7.5%. And all these pundits and media and analysts say this is when everything is wrong. Our infrastructure is no good, agri is a problem, this is a problem, labor is a problem, land is a problem. So I look at it optimistically. The only way is up. There are a few good things that have happened that I'd like to concentrate on. The infrastructure that they've built in terms of roads and electricity. I've been roaming around India, and whenever you get a road and electricity and some water, the hamlet changes in its prosperity. You link this with digitization of the country and the changes that are coming through both with the government and individuals, and you really have a phenomenal experience. I was in a village about 80 kilometers from Indore on the way to, called Barwa, on the way to Umkeshwar. And I stopped there, and it had about, I wouldn't call it a village, a small town, 200 shops. And when I looked around, I said, there ain't that many people around. He said, no, 300 villages around me come to shop here. And so when I got talking to him, he said, all of them have a smartphone. All of them have WhatsApp. So I said, this is very good. I can create a new bank. So we are offering digital banking to everybody. He's got WhatsApp, and I'll give a QR code and contact list to the merchants. And I actually have a market bigger than my current market. I'll talk to a shopkeeper and a rediwala. That fellow says, my cost of labor has gone down by half. I said, how? He says, I get all my orders on WhatsApp. So I don't have to send my mundu all over the place. I mean, it looks like a small thing, but to us it was important. And so when we look at it now, and we will cover 150,000 villages in the next 18 months, when we look at it now, I can see him just carrying an HDFC Bank mobile phone because all those merchants will be dealing with us. And he doesn't have to worry about cash in those lonely roads. So that's a big change. I think the Bankruptcy Act is a big change. I won't take the industrialist name, but they never thought they had to repay the money. I think that's a big change that will lead to discipline. I think the rating is for business, and a lot of things that have happened are good. So I would strongly recommend that we don't mistake the noise of a very noisy, vibrant democracy with the actual strength of India. India is still at 7.5%. Our fiscal deficit is under control. Our current account is under control. We are moving forward. Digitization, I think, Nandan was absolutely right. We don't leapfrog. We pole vault. Because the way we are changing, and I'll cover that in our business model, the way we are changing. And so we need to understand that we are growing, and we will continue to grow. Coming to innovation, no better person to talk about it than Nandan. The world is changing. The velocity has changed substantially. But this is nothing new. Good old Dickens said it's the best of times, it's the worst of times. We in HDFC Bank think it's the best of times. So the secular shift, if you see, in technology, mobility, social computing, artificial intelligence, is changing the way the world plays and lives. So if you look at it, the companies that adapted this and thereby transformed the customer experience as well as their operating models, blew out a whole lot of established companies like HMV and Border and all these fellows because they saw how they can use technology to come to an end result. Nandan mentioned it. I went to California because after 25 years of working hard, I had these little pipsqueaks saying, you're going to be a dinosaur. And that's not acceptable. We may be getting old. Dr. Kelkar is a prime example. I'm coming close. But we still got a brain. So we figured out. So I figured we would go to Silicon Valley. And when I had a look, nobody was talking about creating a new bank. They were all talking about riding on top of the system, using technology to create a frictionless experience for the customer and an enjoyable journey. I said, why can't I come back and do it? Revamp your whole procedure. Today, we give the fastest loan in the world at 10 seconds. And we've changed. We've introduced a UPI technology platform. We've changed the skin. So welcome to the new HDFC Bank. At a press of a button, you get everything you want. That is on your mobile phone. You can do your shopping because I take you on Compare and Shop, and I take you to Amazon. You pay with my card, you get the further discount. So anything you want to buy, please come to HDFC Bank. And seriously, I promise you it's going to be cheaper because I'll land you at Amazon. You pay by my card, you get reward points. I have to be cheaper. So whether you want to do shopping, whether you want a loan in 10 seconds, whether you want to pay your electricity bill, and coming to Nandan's point, I want to know which fintech is going to offer all these products, or you want advisory, or you want to pay your, and what Dr. Kelkar was saying, right in the interior we've gone in and we've tied up with the water companies, etc., to pay your bills. You have all of this. The same thing we've tied up with the ERP systems, etc., and this is working beautifully. So we think we can not only take them, we can beat them. We can even take on a Google or an Amazon over a period of time. So for instance, we want to own the payment space. So we will have 10 million to 12 million merchants with an offline-online model, which will offer a wider range than Amazon at a better price. Last, and this is the one I brought the paper for, in terms of giving back to society, we genuinely believe that there must be a give back. And so we've broken it into 3 or 4, what we call sustainable livelihood. Everybody in his brilliance is only focusing on the educated and the skilled. Well, what about the uneducated and the skilled? Everybody where 60% of India lives, the embroiderer, the fellow who inlays, the fellow who raises sheep, the fellow who does dyeing. We've helped 8.5 million families. It's the largest women empowerment program in the world to come up to sustainability. We provide them the finance, we provide them the systems, we help them with the marketing, and this is my passion. It should go up to 10 million. For rural development, we've adopted 1,000 villages for holistic intervention where we provide them solar lights. We provided 17,000. We provide them biomass stoves where we provided 10,000. Water retention and storage coupled with training on water management. We've covered 25,000 acres, and we will extend this. Under our healthcare and hygiene, the interventions are focused on championing Government of India National Health Mission and Swachh Bharat. Basically, in terms of awareness, behavioral change, construction of toilets, health camps, etc. We've constructed 20,000 toilets which work like a municipality. They've not been turned into tabelas. 50,000 people benefited from our health camps. 310,000 units of blood. We're in the Guinness Book of World Records on blood collection every year in this country. That's a shortage. Our bank's intervention in areas of education has impacted over 16 million students, 150,000 schools. And we've done this by training over 1.4 million teachers across 13 states, along with a partner NGO, building over 500 libraries, laboratories, and sports facilities, improving sanitation, etc. I think my time's up. Thank you for your patience. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Puri, for sharing your thoughts with us.